cause I'm here for you. Akon flow like it's 06. To my whole fam, please don't trip. Thug modes at it again. I'm a dog, but I'm no. I got what you want, what you need. You know I'm on my way. Baby, come ride with me. This is not a drill. I gotta keep it real. You could get what you want.
This is the Eastern Conference Finals as we're set for coverage of Game 1 right here on EA Sports. From Scotiabank Arena in downtown Toronto, tonight the Toronto Raptors taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Hi everyone. We look at the Raptors coming into play. They're rested, they're ready to go, and they'll have home court advantage to begin here in games 1 and 2.
And I'll tell you, I am looking forward to this series right here. This is going to be a dogfight. We got a couple of teams that match up very well. I can see this one going to length. Yes, 7 games. That's how even these teams are.
Lowry, download Gasol. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
Old school equals high percentage.
In the front court comes Simmons. Just getting going here in game 1. To Tobias Harris. Hart. They go down low to Simmons. For 3. Not that time. He misses. Ball's controlled by Lowry. 4-3. His first effort off the mark. Simmons with it. Down 2. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Down low for Leonard. To Van Vliet. Lowry. To Leonard. Pascal Siakam. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Van Vliet denied. Have to like the defense. Has a chance. Hard shot, no good. The follow won't go either. Leonard to Van Vliet. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Simmons with it. Trailing by 4. To Tobias Harris. Kyle Lowry able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Gasol. Pascal Siakam. To Van Vliet. Fires the three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Simmons into the front court. They trail by 7. Oh, Ben Simmons missed his first. That one goes.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in. So it's time to get going.
Here's Simmons with it up top. He'll run the offense. Hart to Simmons. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. From the outside, no good.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons to Korver. And the rebound taken by Gasol. To Gasol. Marc Gasol, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
In the front court comes Simmons. They find themselves down 10. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
To Leonard. From long range. He made his first effort, but not that time. Simmons with it. Looking to make something happen. Here's a chance from long range. Good sign that time, Jay, as they go down. But now let's see if they can get a stop on the other end.
If you're looking at this game like you're looking at your week, it's the first quarter, which means that it's Monday. It's early. Just because you had a bad Monday doesn't mean you can't have a great Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Were you the kind of person who always had that case of the Mondays?
No, it's always Friday, my friend.
That's the way to do it. Leonard. Smothering D. Harris goes to the left side. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Leonard to Lowry. Leonard to Gasol. Oh, he had him there for a second. Lowry to Leonard. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense. They go down low to Simmons. Kawhi Leonard tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Toronto has the basketball. Leonard. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Deep left corner. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Gasol. Joel Embiid with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Van Vliet. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Leonard. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you got to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Sixers call for time as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Time to shuffle things up. Simmons to Josh Hart. Marc Gasol snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 for 7.
This comes down to great execution both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. Let's see if they can carry this into the second quarter.
Simmons with it. Trailing by 10. To Embiid. Harris. Marc Gasol. Huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Van Vliet. Lowry. Lets it fly from long range. Now that's a contest. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
Misses the first. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. To Powell. Won't go. The follow won't go either. To Powell. To Leonard. Powell. Beyond the arc for three. Tough shot for Norman Powell. No good. Ntilikina with the basketball. 9-point margin. Another chance. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
There is no better feeling than after making that shot and trotting back on defense, seeing your opponent stare, point, or yell at each other for miscommunication.
Ntilikina into the front court. His team down 9. Marc Gasol rejects it. That's his third block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Sixers able to clear the rebound. Ntilikina with a shot, no good.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Trying to cash in. Cleared out by Embiid. Hart knocked loose. Joel Embiid. Not that time. To Powell. Screen coming. Gets a shot up off the mark. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. In a flash, scores at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Powell to Jeremy Lin. Fires the three. He was all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Ibaka. Driving right to the basket. Kyle Korver pins it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Jeremy Lin sends it away. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Frank Ntilikina. To Lin. Gasol. Lin. Deep right corner. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Sixers control it. Serge Ibaka sends it away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Able to convert on both free throws.
I got him. Here we go. Hey, watch this screen left.
Leonard. For three, and Kawhi Leonard buries the three with a hand in his face.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Ntilikina to Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
For three. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Embiid. The pass set it all up.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Can't connect. Ntilikina with the basketball. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there. But let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
To Gasol. Oh, had him going there for a second. To Gasol. Ibaka. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. He even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
OG Anunoby at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Ntilikina into the front court. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
First free throw is good. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Leonard. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
The free throw good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. The drive, right to the basket. Serge Ibaka with a piece. That misses with a second to go. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. We're back with more after this. You're watching the Eastern Conference Finals on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Marc Gasol swats it. Fourth this contest. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Textbook defense. probing the defense. To Simmons. Lowry gets it in the left corner. Not that time. To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Simmons into the front court. He'll run the offense.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. To Powell. Fires the three. Well defended, but Norman Powell answers the call.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Sixers have the basketball. Short jumper off the mark. Here comes the screen. Leonard to Ibaka. Lowry. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Trailing by 15. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocked loose. There it is, Al Horford. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Knocked loose. That'll get out off the Raptors. So possession stays with Philadelphia. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Harris. Kyle Lowry able to recover with the block. Ooh, 5 now. Toronto with the basketball. Lowry buries it.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
In the front court comes Simmons. Down a bundle. Raptors come away with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Simmons with it. His guys down big. And finishes strong.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA Awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Simmons with it. Looking to make something happen. Kawhi Leonard tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Here's a chance from long range. Working hard on the glass. The rebound belongs to the 76ers. Gasol with the block. Incredible. 6 tonight.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
You've got to get that one to go. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Lowry to Leonard. Lowry cleans it up. Leonard to Lowry. Deep left corner. Pascal Siakam to Lowry. Going to launch beyond the arc. Had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Lowry into the front court. His guys holding the end of putback slam.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Here comes the screen. To Tobias Harris. Turns and slams it down.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Lowry to Leonard. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from long range. They have to keep him in their grasp.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. To Van Vliet. Pascal Siakam. To Gasol. Shot clock violation. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Simmons to Josh Hart. Cashes in for 2.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Leonard to Gasol. Fred Van Vliet to Leonard. Lowry. Leonard. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
2 points for Josh Hart.
You see, Josh Hart was a Summer League MVP not because he was flashy, because he was willing to get his fingernails dirty. And that's why he'll be in this league for a long time.
That'll get out off the Raptors. Time for some new personnel into the game. Simmons into the front court. His guys currently down by 13. Oh, defender pulls the chair. It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Josh Hart trying to cash in on a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Has a look. The jumper's off the mark. Philadelphia with the basketball. That is great vision to set it up. And scores.
There's no better feeling after a game, after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game, and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Down 11. To Tobias Harris. Lowry. Beyond the arc for three. Fred VanVleet locked in on that one.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
In the front court comes Simmons. Trailing by 14. And scores. Strong take.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Five to shoot for Toronto. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Fires the three. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Short jumper won't fall. Kyle Lowry with the rock. To Leonard. Fred VanVleet. To Leonard. For three. Not easy.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Simmons with it. Down by 15. Gets to the basket and scores.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Lowry to Leonard. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. Kyle Lowry snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Leonard. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Here's Leonard for 2. Add 2 points to the board.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Taken by the Raptors.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Pascal Siakam, strong finish. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Sixers control it. Simmons to Tobias Harris. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Lowry into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Kawhi Leonard cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game.
It goes down. Leonard. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Deep three at the buzzer. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Raptors were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors. The 76ers have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Defense.
The Toronto Raptors have been exhibiting some amazing defense in this matchup. Steals on the floor, blocks in the sky. They're dominating on defense all over the floor.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half. And I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Baseline drive. Short jumper won't go down. To Van Vliet. 4-3. Not going. Slams it home on the putback.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why you can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Great feed sets it up to Simmons. Trying to cash in, and he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
We all know that's the part of Ben Simmons' game that he needs to work on in order to take his game to the next level. He has to become a respectable shooter because even if he puts his head down and gets to the rim and gets fouled, he only shoots 56% from the free throw line. By the way, DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard were better free throw shooters last year than Ben Simmons. Wow.
Leonard. He engulfed him that time.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Leonard. Off the mark. To Simmons. Pascal Siakam. Huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Leonard. Pascal Siakam. Leonard. Well defended.
His scoring is definitely cooled off, but you have to give the defense some credit. They're denying him the ball and really making him work once he catches it.
Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended. To Simmons. Down low for Harris. Tobias Harris above the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Leonard. Fires the three. That's how you defend.
People do not realize the brilliance of the coaching in this league. The small adjustments made defensively has made all the difference in the second half.
Short jumper off the mark. Leonard to Van Vliet. Leonard to Lowry. Oh, he had him there for a second. Leonard. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
A shot no good by Harris. Leonard can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Leonard. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Leonard to Lowry. Here's Leonard for 2. Gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Hart. Oh, he he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Gasol to Van Vliet. Now a steal by Philly.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Fred Van Vliet to Lowry from long range, smothering D.
He was absolutely scoring at will in the first half. But now that the defense has picked up, don't try to do too much. Less is more.
Oh, whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Gasol rejects it. 9 blocks.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Lowry has the basketball. Pascal Siakam to Lowry. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Simmons with it. Down a bundle. Short jumper off the mark. To Leonard. Lowry. Gets it in the right corner. To Van Vliet. Count the basket at the rim.
Oh, yeah, get your money, get your money.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Takes stock of the floor. Lowry, and he knocks it down.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Ntilikina with the basketball. His guys down big. And he hits. And he finishes at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Lowry. Here's a chance from long range. Kyle Lowry is going to get 3 shots here. For his career, 80% at the line. First one goes down. Knocks down the second free throw. Whoops, that won't go. Ntilikina into the front court. He'll run the offense. Oh, ferocious slam inside. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Leonard. Marc Gasol, 4 out of 7.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Sixers have the basketball. Tanilikina. Serge Ibaka pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Ibaka to Leonard, driving right to the basket. Ibaka to Gasol. Missed a wide open look. To Leonard. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Ntilikina with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it. Lowry. No good. No daylight. Great defense. Free throws coming up.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Lowry with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Oh, had him going there for a second. Serge Ibaka. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
The drive, right to the basket. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Ibaka. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. Tanilikina. Marc Gasol sends it away. Then a brick wall. 10 blocks on the night.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Add 2 points to the board.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Philadelphia with the basketball. To Embiid. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Lowry. Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Shot by Ibaka won't go down. Embiid. Tanilikina. Can't connect from in close. To Gasol. Ibaka. To Lowry. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal. Ntilikina. To Embiid. Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. Leonard. Serge Ibaka. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
Right down Broadway. 4-2.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
To Gasol. Oh, nice find for the basket.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
And scores, plus the foul. Al Horford taking it to the basket. And now with a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
And he hits. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, cleared by Ibaka.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
Lowry. Shot clock winding down. Short jumper won't go down.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Ntilikina driving right to the basket. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First try at the line, no good. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His guys holding the big lead. Oh, he had him there for a second. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 4 out of 10.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for, quote-unquote, letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
That'll get out off the Raptors. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
From the player that just missed that shot, just because you're open doesn't mean you need to shoot. You can put the ball down on the ground and drive to the rim.
Serge Ibaka. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Ntilikina. Terrific vision. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Fred VanVleet. Lets it fly from long range. Fred VanVleet locked in on that one.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Sixers control it. Ntilikina to Horford. The drive, right to the basket, knocked loose. Fred VanVleet to Ibaka. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Ntilikina to Horford. Drives, but a shot won't go down. Keeps it alive. Gotta love the hustle. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Ntilikina to Korver. Beyond the arc for three. That no good. Off the mark.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Serge Ibaka with a piece. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it. Pascal Siakam to VanVleet. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Ntilikina into the front court. Down a bundle. Fires the three. Not that time. He missed it. Toronto has the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Horford. For three. Not getting the bounce. To Ibaka. Scores from the post.
Serge Ibaka has such a good jump shot for somebody 6'10", but every time I hear his name, I just can't help but think about what would have been in OKC.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Simmons, straight on look. To Simmons, knocked loose. Sacrificing everything for the loose ball. That'll be out of bounds. Simmons the last to touch. Lowry. For three. And Kyle Lowry adds three with that one.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
To Simmons. Harris. Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. To Ibaka. Lowry. Deep right corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Tough shot. He hits.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Sixers have the basketball. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Can't connect on the first free throw. No good. Missed them both. Lowry into the front court. He'll run the offense. Fred VanVleet to Ibaka. Five seconds to shoot to VanVleet. Fires the three. VanVleet denied. Have to like the defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Josh Hart, a couple of free throws on the way. He struggled so far. First try, no good. Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. Lowry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Simmons into the front court. His guys down big. Has a look. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Pascal Siakam to Ibaka. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Lowry. Shot off the mark. Good defense. To Josh Hart. Kyle Lowry swats it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there, but see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer, always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Pascal Siakam to VanVleet. Lowry to VanVleet. Lowry? Man, that was a tough shot.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Simmons over to the right side to Simmons. From the painted area, won't go down. The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Nothing going here on that drive. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. From long range. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Lowry with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Ibaka to Lowry. Ibaka to Lowry. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Lowry to Ibaka. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Substitution being made in this one. takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
We got to tell our producer in the truck, you got to tag that highlight.
Kawhi Leonard. Count the basket.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Sixers control it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He struggled so far. Leonard. Missed it. Korver to Josh Hart. Marc Gasol able to recover with the block. Make that 11.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I don't know if a body on him would have prevented that bucket, but it at least would have let him know that you were there.
Has a chance, slams it home on the putback.
Oof. Really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
To Tobias Harris. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Probing the defense. Here's Leonard for two. Wide open look, won't go. Leonard knocks it down and the foul. And a chance now at a four-point play.
Oh, that was a big-time shot. But more impressive than the shot, the bench reactions. I love the celebration tactics. This is why you love this game.
Kawhi Leonard with a chance at a four-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he knocks it down at the line. Simmons to Embiid. Simmons to Embiid. Nice pass to get things going.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Toronto with the basketball. Leonard. Trying to cash in. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Kyle Lowry tips it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
It's the Raptors with the victory. They've jumped out in front, 1-0 in this best-of-7 series. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors put on a show in a blowout. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Toronto Raptors. The 76ers seemed to lose their edge as the game got out of hand. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Toronto Raptors were most impressive in the way they turned their effort into second chance points. If I was their coach, I'd be very proud of the team for the way they played with heart.
Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep. Last time that I checked, they was selling in the set. Make a $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the